Good afternoon, everybody out there watching today's live field, and welcome to unusually sunny Manchester. I'm here with Skateboard England chair Lucy Adams.
Hello.
Hello, Lucy. And I am Ben Powell, formerly editor of National Skateboard magazine Sidewalk, and we're here to talk you through the live feed of today's Skateboard England UK National Skateboarding Championships at Graystone Action Sports Skatepark in Salford.
Yes, we're here. Yes, we are. We're here today. This is the first National Championships of Skateboarding since 2013.
Indeed.
And we're going to kick things off today with the Women's Park event.
So we got who we got set up for this one then, Lucy? We got Rebecca, Amy Davies, Amy Brady, a lot of Amy's actually in this first group.
So many Amy's.
Amy Ram, Helena Long, and of course Sky Brown.
Yes. So yeah, we've got a huge variety of riders in this one. We've got Helena that particularly prefers the street category. We've got Sky Brown, 10-year-old skater, just been announced as one of the UK Aspiration Fund, UK Sport funded skateboarders. Yeah,
she's big grin on her face all day. I think she's really enjoying the weekend. Well, there you go, right on cue. I couldn't have asked for better.
She's gonna love this. This is yeah, she loves this bowl, and we're going to see some big moves from her. But we've also got a quite local to the park, Rebecca Amy Davies. She's been skateboarding for years now. And also Amy Brady, I think from Liverpool. Hails from Liverpool, so not far away.
The other side of the M62. Yeah, it's good to see. There's a lot of people here from all different parts of the UK. We've got people from as far away as Cornwall and from as near as Salford.
Yeah.
So, you know, good to see. There's a crowd. See, there you go. There's a change in landscape of skateboard. A lot of parents there.
There was so many families here today watching all these competitors battle it out to be the UK champion.
Indeed. I mean, that's, Lucy, I guess, a consequence of the evolution of the cultural landscape of skateboarding, that we have facilities like Greystones that attract families. It's a little bit different from when we were younger, which
absolutely,
in my case is quite a long time. a lot longer ago than you.
I mean, yeah, we've come from skateboarding in car parks and out on the streets in the front garden to the facilities like this, purpose-built massive wooden skate park.
You know, that's what nurtures talent. That's, you know, the skateboarding as its essence a do it yourself ethos, but for the younger kids growing up with these kind of facilities is going to produce talent, I guess, that we've not seen before, really.
Absolutely. I mean, they're leagues ahead of us out there in
here we go.
Yes, this is Amy Brady. It's not, it's Rebecca Amy Davies, sorry.
So many Amy's, it's confusing. This is Rebecca Amy Davies flying around that bowl. As Lucy said, fairly local to the park, so it's, you know, localises it, as we say in skateboarding, to a fair degree. She's obviously fairly comfortable with the transitions, keeping her speed.
Absolutely, and Rebecca actually helps out here on the girls' nights, developing and pushing the scene. Oh, did we just see some sort of...
That was a Miller flip, I think. Yeah, that was sick. This is a really strong opening run.
This is a great run. You see, she stayed on, and that's what you need to do in these type of competitions. We don't want to see people falling off their boards. We want to see them just...
Yeah, that was fantastic. That was a real way to say it. Props from Helena Long there. So, you know, that we couldn't have asked for a better opening run, really.
Yeah, she's hyped.
Yeah, she is, as she should be. Used the whole bowl, used all the corners. As Lucy was saying, the one-hit wonder's no use in this kind of competition. You've got to use everything available. Try and hit all the corners, keep your speed. There's Amy talking to another Amy. So many Amy's, we're probably going to get confused again. I can only apologise in advance.
So we're waiting for her score to come in, but I mean, that was, like Ben said, that was a strong run.
Yeah, a lot of different tricks, not backwards and forwards. She didn't mini ramp it.
So the format for this competition, we will see these skateboarders do 2 runs, and both of those runs will count. They'll go in order, so after Rebecca we'll see Amy Brady next, Amy Ram, then Helena Long, then Sky Brown, and then we'll go back to the top.
So in some ways it's people are tactical sometimes. They'll take it easy on their first run, and then on the second one, when they know they got some points, they'll go nuts. But I mean, that standard was set pretty high. Like, no one's going to drop in and chill now after that opener.
Everybody's going to want to put a solid first run down. They're going to want to just stay on, do the tricks they can do, and then maybe in their second run think about trying something a little bit harder.
If anyone's wondering, that's Brett from the Skateboarding Show. He's actually recording something there. He's not just standing in the way on purpose with the stick. He does like a podcast show, covers a lot of events. He's a good dude.
There's Sky. Looking slightly nervous, Sky.
Yeah, well, as we said, you know, this is going to be no pushover for anyone. That was a strong opening run.
Yeah.
Airs, lip tricks, even a Miller flip, you know.
Sure.
Okay, so I guess the judges are just totting up their scores. There's Mark Churchill with the orange beanie with the microphone in his hand, doing our job, but customer facing, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, he's keeping the crowd hyped. He's letting them know what's going down, getting them to really give the applause that these riders deserve.
I mean, that's the thing with skateboarding. It's very much atmosphere based.
Yeah.
You know, everyone out there, yeah, there's a competition aspect, but oh, here we go. We got Amy Brady in the bowl. Again, hitting all the corners, going for speed.
She is flying.
As we would say colloquially, she is tanning it around that bowl. Oh, I've gone for the half cab rock. She's still got plenty of time, though.
Loads of time. And actually, Amy did fall yesterday, and she's hurt her knee. So.
Ah, yeah, I saw her upstairs icing it. I wondered.
So she's struggling a bit. So.
She's got the added bonus of not having to listen to any of the ambient noise, because she's obviously got her own soundtrack going on there. Yeah, it does look like she's struggling a little bit more than usual. So what, did she twisted her knee or something, or?
Yeah, I think she suffers with the knee. This is her final few seconds. She's trying to get that blunt pull in.
Oh, beautiful. That was excellent. Good way to end it there.
Yeah, I hope that was before the buzzer.
Nice work, Amy.
Well, that's good. She's got a trick in the bag there. She did a few bits in the deep end. We certainly saw her flying around at the start.
Yeah, I mean, she's clearly used to skating bowls. And yeah, ending it on a blunt pull-in like that was good.
Yeah.
It's always better for your, you know, your self-respect, or like, just makes you feel better for your second run if you can end it with something rather than taking a tumble and then not managing to get back to
that's it.
Back on point.
Oh, that's where we saw her just slip out of that 50-50.
That's the classic though, isn't it? All the easy stuff that you can generally do every time when people are watching and the pressure's on, that's when you slam dropping in.
Oh, those nerves, yeah, for sure.
She did well there. So as you'll notice that everyone's still around, everyone's watching. We got yet another Amy up next.
Amy number 2. This is Amy Ram.
From London.
Absolutely.
Likes to skate transition as well. So she regularly skates Skatepark under the Westway in London.
True.
Which has a bowl slightly bigger than this, so we'll see. And also the bowl, the Selfridges bowl.
Well, she's actually living in Barcelona now, Ben.
Ah, right, so she's not skating bowl at all. So in fact, all that information that I just gave to you, the lovely BBC audience, is possibly 6 months out of date. I will chastise myself severely for that.
Yeah,
later on.
There we are.
Oh, now we've seen ourselves.
Hi, peeps.
Hello.
Here we are.
Okay.
Let's go back to it. Right.
And there we are, back to run number 3 of female bowl. That's a white dungarees in a skate park. That's asking for dirt.
I mean, some people just don't fall off, Ben.
No, that's true. That's true.
But most of us slide about on
the
our
mortals
bums.
amongst us. Amy has got a lot of lip tricks in her trick bag. She's known for that.
Solid start.
She may skate the bowl slightly differently to everyone else, because in order to hit the lip, she's going to have to pump less and go slightly, not slower, but less emphasis on carving and more emphasis on tricks, I think. Go around it, switch there.
Carve. So this is backwards for everybody at home that's not sure about skateboarding. She switched it up, gone back into forwards.
So I left. Everyone has a natural stance. Obviously, when you go and switch, you're riding against your natural stance. There we go. As we said, the lip trick repertoire's opening up. The old tail stall Reeves.
Fitting in the tricks though, Ben.
That's it. That's getting the points in. Oh, toe control let her down there.
On the backside disaster. Just after time, maybe. But that was solid.
Yeah, that was a good run.
Lots of tricks in there.
Yeah, and a switch carve. Always good points for that. We like to see that. Mixing it up. So once again, to have a look at some of the highlights of that run. A feeble stall. It's going for that back D, and you can see on her front foot she was trying to toe control it back in, but she just leant too far.
She over-rotated a bit there, didn't she?
I think maybe she might have been going for the back disaster to sugarcane stall, but like messed up the back foot.
She favours that one, yeah, absolutely.
So next up, it's not an Amy, which gives us a break from saying the word Amy.
Oh my God, it's Helena Long.
So Helena, again, hails from London, has been a face on the scene for a long, long time.
Yeah.
She's more known, I would say, Lucy, for skating street, but she's an all-rounder. She can skate everything. She's also a talented drummer. She's in a band. She's a good person, is Helena. We like her.
She absolutely loves skateboarding. She's down for skateboarding. I've spent weeks with Helena recently on lots of different skate trips and tours, and she's just been a positive person to be around.
Oh, and there we go. We got Amy Rams. Oh, that's a good score.
275 points.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking good.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I just saw Helena actually before we came and sat in the bunker, and she said, "Oh, I can't feel my legs, so let's see what happens." Not the best physical position to be in when you're about to skate a comp. So you look powerful.
Absolutely.
Straight in the deep end, no messing about, no setting up, straight in with the tricks.
That's it.
Oh, got Smith to lip.
That Smith just came off. We've got 30 seconds though. She's got plenty of time. She's already done a few tricks.
She's a bit of a wild card with the old transition because she's got a lot of tricks, Helena, even though it's not what she's known for.
And they're quirky. See,
look,
we've not seen anyone
pips.
go up there, but she just didn't have her foot on right back for the roll-in.
Nah, she's kind of skating it like a street skater would skate it, like hitting the platform up as a Smith stall.
Do you know what, Ben? She's had a case of falling off and then not being able to get those legs back. It's
can't get the composure back.
Yeah.
Like she said, I can't feel my legs. Not a good position to be in.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes that adrenaline helps you, but sometimes it just gets the better of you and you can't get it back. So let's hope we can see an improvement from Helena in the second run.
But she's chilling. She's enjoying it. The thing is with skateboarding that it's a lot of it is mental. Like obviously there's a strong physical skill aspect to it, but if your mind's slightly off, like we said before, the easiest thing can become impossible.
Absolutely. You start focusing in on something that you do every single time, and you start making that an actual battle when it's...
She had serious toe block on the back foot there, didn't she? Almost her entire foot was hanging off. And that, I mean, that's a trick Helena does every time.
Every time. That's just a simple Smith stall. But look at her. She's all right.
She's chilling. Be interesting to see what kind of score Helena gets there, so give us an idea of maybe what the judges are looking at.
Yeah, because she started strong in the deep.
Straight in with a backside Smith, yeah, in the deep end, and then strangely struggled with the shallow end. But then, if you're used to going fast and charging, perhaps it can sometimes throw you off balance when you have to slow down a bit.
Yeah, and also, you know, this is a wooden bowl. It can be quite slippy with that urethane wheel. Next rider's going to be Sky Brown. She's positive. She's looking pretty keen.
She's got a lot of skill on transitions, as we've seen so far over the weekend, and just in general, Lucy. She's very confident on in a bowl.
Best trick last night. We had a best trick in the bowl competition, and dropped in first go 540. 540 degree spin, easy.
Damn. And then we got Helena Long getting a 212 for run number 1. That's not too bad. She was hyped there, I think. She was like, oh, okay. Didn't feel like I did anything, but evidently you did. So she did the frontside 540 first try yesterday.
She did. Yeah.
Wow.
There was a solid snake session going on in the bowl. That means everyone was hyped. Everybody was dropping in on everybody, and she just got totally in with them all and pulled out one of the biggest tricks we saw.
We were listening to her practice in a Mancunian accent earlier on as well. That was pretty funny.
Sausage and mash, Lucy.
Okay, here we go. Sky Brown dropping in for run number 1. Eyes open, ladies and gentlemen, because this young lady knows how to rip transition. Again, straight as with Helena, straight in there. Look at that confidence, Smith.
Frontside Smith, slashing the 5-0. Big frontside air.
Wicked.
There's the hand plant.
See, look, no problem at all. Definitely used a big transition. Whoa!
Oh, there's that frontside 5.
I still got
away from
she's
her.
got 15 seconds. I've got a lot of. I think we're going to see that.
She slipped out on that one.
That was a trick that she did first try yesterday, right?
That's true.
And they're unlucky.
Oh my God.
Look, she's shocked. It's like, oh, I can't believe I didn't do that. That is the evolution of skateboarding right there in a nutshell. That was fantastic. Oh, she's hyped still. She's happy.
She'll beat herself up about that because she knows how easy she can do it.
So that's the thing. You know, people take skateboarding seriously to a degree, but it's more that she'll beat herself up about it because of her own enjoyment of it, because she knows she should have done it.
Yeah. But look at that.
That was a great frontside air, yeah.
I mean,
she's only little, and that's what's maybe 8 foot deep, that bowl, you think, in the deep end?
For sure. And there she's spinning, and you can see there she just kind of over rotates at the bottom, and her weight's a bit too far back.
But that one's, yeah, just too much weight on the back leg, I think. Mind you, I'm saying that like I could try it. You know what I mean? If I did that, both my legs would come off. I'm just being honest. So yeah, we definitely interested to see what score Sky gets there, because there were a lot of tricks leading up to that frontside 5.
There was, and that's the hardest trick we've seen so far in this girls' final. So, I mean, is she going to get a lot of points for attempting it?
Yeah.
Who
Remains
knows?
to be seen. So got shakes there. Okay, we're just waiting for those scores to come in. 2.99 on the first run. Yeah, I think that's well deserved.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the first air we've seen in the bowl.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a piddler, was it? It was way out. It was like,
yeah,
you know, 2.5 foot above the coping.
Absolutely.
That's just, how much is a metre in feet? I've forgotten.
A metre equals 3 foot 3.
Okay,
it's
so
longer
it's just
than
less
a yard
than
you see.
Oh, nice. It's just less than a metre over the coping. Thank you very much, Lucy. So we're learning maths as well, everybody, today.
Maths is important in skateboarding.
It is, especially for the judges, because they got to make decisions really quick.
They have.
And then add their scores up. Okay, so we're going to come back to round number 2 for the female bowl event. So we're back to Rebecca Amy Davies. Back to all the Amy's again. She had a strong first run.
Yep. She had a faultless run. So let's see what she's got. There's an air.
Yep.
Frontside air.
So I think she's got hyped up by watching Sky. She knows she's got a solid run under her belt, so she can go for it a bit more for the second one.
She's really carving it up. There's a rock fakie coming in switch.
Oh, nice. Bit of a salvo move there, the old hands down slide. Oh!
Trying to put it down.
I think she's got one of them in the bag, though. I'm pretty sure I've seen her do that before.
Yeah, I think, so Rebecca used to skate vert a lot.
That's right, yeah.
Unfortunately, there's not so many vert ramps around, so it's actually tough to skate that type of ramp these days, but this bow offers...
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite vert, but it's big transition, so... Oh, yes, Rebecca, that was fantastic. That counts for me. She rode out of that.
We call that a competition, mate.
That's it. Or to coin a phrase used where I come from, she landed it black label. Her hands were down, but it's fine. It's all good.
So good.
Yeah, I think the judges will take that as a make. Ah, she's stoked. And rightly so. Another solid run from Rebecca.
There's some of the replay. There's that one.
Oh, that's a make. Yeah, that'll do.
Squatted it out. She managed to reach the other side of the transition.
Yeah, I'm sure the judges will award points for that. Let's see what she gets in comparison to Sky's score, which I guess is probably the highest one so far. She's buzzing though. She's stoked. She enjoyed that. She got the crowd were really behind her. As you say, vertical training definitely coming useful there, because the bowl might look quite small to anyone watching if you don't skate, but you stand in the middle of it or you're pumping on from the flat bottom, it's big.
Yeah.
Unless you're 8 foot tall, and if you were, we'd probably know about you because you'd be a peculiar human. It's big. It
is big, yeah. It's hard to, you're able to do your tricks on something that's sort of 5 foot high and they're really easy for you. You take it to that and it is a push. It is a bit more of a battle.
There's more at stake. You have to pump harder to get speed, to get to the top. If something goes wrong, nobody wants to fall on the coping. The coping, in case you don't know, I'm sure you do because skateboarding's everywhere now, but the coping is the metal pipe at the top of the ramp that you do grinds and whatnot on. As in a coping stone, I assume. I don't know where that name came from. Might have just made that up. Okay, we're just waiting on getting the scores back. As you can see, this park offers a lot. We've got the street course to the right-hand side of the bowl that this competition is happening on currently. We're going to be seeing the women and men skate that in a little bit.
There's Helena chilling with Amy. They're watching for the judges' scores, anticipating what's coming next.
Okay, I think we're going to go straight into Amy Brady's second run. Remember, she really used all the corners to get speed in her last run, but then, she's gone for the 50-50 fake in the deep end.
Yeah, that's what she was doing.
That is, as they would say in Manchester, that's deep, which is colloquialism for it being good. But I guess you'll get that.
Yeah, there it is. So she managed to pull it out in the shallow, and there's a tailstool revert.
She's making up for the last run here. There's the blunt again. Almost looked like she was going to go and airwalk out of it there, but then decided against it at the last minute. This is a much stronger run from Amy. 270 feeble stall. It's one for you, Andy Evans. Loves a feeble stall variation. Fakey piv to fakey.
Yes,
this is really...
It is good. If she could just get into the deep end.
Yeah, that was sick.
Fine.
That was a good run.
Yeah, absolutely. Just acknowledging the crowd. They loved that.
She's stoked. That's redemption for her because we all knew that she could land more than she did in the first one, and there was the evidence of it. So I'm sure she'll get a much better score from the judges from that one. Look at the trembling there. That's the adrenaline coursing through her.
Yeah. And it's really physical, pumping around that bow and backwards and forwards. It's tough on the calves. It's tough on all of the body, the core.
So anyone out there watching, perhaps thinking, I might give this a go. It's probably cheaper than going to the gym. It's a lot more interesting. You pump around a bowl like that for, 45 seconds. There's a lot going on there. You're definitely, you're not chilling when you get out.
Textbook.
She was real on top of that 50-50. It wasn't a snide one.
And that is hard.
That's a Rye Gray special, the old fakey piv to fakey.
Is it? Get it, Rye.
Yeah, well done. That was a sick run, Amy.
We're going to see Amy again in the street this afternoon, so...
there you go, look, set run number 246. That's a good score. If you judge it against her first one, which is less than 200, where I guess she only really did 2 tricks, didn't she?
Yeah. I should be stoked on that.
Okay, next up we got the third Amy. We got Amy Ram from London. Just about to drop in there on the left-hand side. Mark Churchill's taken his orange beanie off so he can see his shiny head.
Right. So a good first run. Lots of tricks. Loads of lip tricks, as you said. Let's see what she's got this time.
Straight in the deal. She went for that switch carb but just leant too far.
That's the trouble. The bowl can be a bit slippy. You've got to really be solid on your board.
That's the double-edged sword. You don't pump enough, you're not going to get to the coping. You pump too much, you're going to slip out like that.
But she's still got that first run score, so she just needs to make up some tricks maybe in this shallow end here. A couple of quick tricks.
Yeah, as you said before, Lucy, sometimes it's easy to lose your rhythm. There's the 50-50 at fakie.
Yep, full cab rock.
Smith's wall to...
some of that coping dancing. That's the one she missed last time.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think that early fall really threw her off her stride there.
Yeah.
We got props from the other Amy though, from Amy to Amy. So there we are, look at that. She just came in at the wrong angle for the hip, I think.
Yeah, if you're going backwards and that hip just springs up on you like that.
Yeah.
It's hard
Good
to
job
get
she
over.
had her keys in a safely secured position. But, I mean, she got a few tricks in towards the end.
Yep.
That's a good trick. Did that one nice too. It's just a shame on that back disaster. That's usually a fail-safe for Amy. But
yeah, she usually just pings that round onto the truck and rides it in easy. Oh, there it was. She tried to just put it over, but that wheel was not going over the coping.
one of the things about skateboarding, you can be the best skateboarder in the world and the easiest thing can fail you. So yeah, best score was for the first run, that 2.75. That's no surprise really. I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
It is, as I said, there's a lot of skateboarding is mental. It's how you feel in the moment kind of thing, because it's, you know, I've probably done 10,000 kickflips in my life, but if I'm not feeling good, I'm not going to be able to land it, even though I know how to do it and there's the muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next up we have Helena Long.
Yes, let's see what Helena's got. She did a little bit of slamming in the first one, but she was still laughing about it, taking a breath.
I think we're going to see that backsmith again. Yeah, there it is.
It's beautiful. She's coming into the shallow.
Helena always looks like she's enjoying herself though, right? Even when it's going wrong, she's buzzing.
Oh yeah, she's just happy to be out there and be skating. She just wants to skate all the time.
Oh! Classic Helena right there. Goes wrong, doesn't matter, just turn it into a trick. In case you were wondering, she didn't intend to do that. That went totally wrong. There's the sweeper.
Over the hip. She's putting it together now, Ben.
Yeah, look, you can see she's smiling. She's kind of got used to the bowl now.
There's the one she fouled on earlier. It's coming together. There's the Smith.
Yeah, this is a much, much better run. And there's the blunt back D that she was trying.
She is happy about that.
Yeah, she redeemed herself there in her own eyes. For herself.
Yeah, but that's a high scoring run. I mean, I could hear the crowd there. They were smashing their boards.
See what we were saying about it's 45 seconds seems like not a long time, but she's out of breath there. That's a lot of pumping to keep your speed up, to keep going. So easy to lose your momentum when you fall, but Helena got straight back in there, no problems.
There's that one. Oh, she went wrong on it. She thought, I can turn this back in.
Yeah. She's a coping dancer.
Amazing.
That was a really entertaining and varied run. But as we said, Helena's a wild card. You never really know what she's going to do until she starts doing it. In fact, oftentimes, I'm not sure she knows exactly what she's going to do.
Absolutely. We'll see a lot more of that in the men's park as well. We've got some of the men's skaters that they are asleep at the wheel and all of a sudden they're just throwing these massive airs.
I mean, bowl skating really brings out that spontaneity, doesn't it, Lucy? 2:30, yeah, that's a good score.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she's either stoked or she's got sweat in her eye. One of the two.
Last rider.
Let's hope we see that frontside 540. I'm pretty sure we're going to do. Look at that focus there, Lucy.
Yep, she's ready.
Oh, really loose trucks as well. That's always good to see. There it is, first trick.
I mean, who drops into a 540?
Well, I guess Sky Brown does.
I mean, if that wasn't like, I'm going to show you what I can do.
Yeah,
then
that was a statement of intent on a
kickflip
rock
rock.
fakie. Oh, that is a rare one. Fakie flipped a tail. In fact, it's so rare, I can't remember the last time I saw anyone do that.
I have not seen anyone do that.
Backside nose blonde, staying on.
Contest make?
Yeah, she's having a good time, but she's definitely trying to get some different tricks in because she's got a big repertoire of tricks. There's a Rob Smith, backside nose blunt. Pull in. Blunt kickflip out.
We were going to see that. Let's see that. Oh, last time.
She wants one more try.
She's going to give it to us.
Definitely. Let's give her the chance to see this blunt kickflip. Bosh. Oh, unlucky.
Oh, God, that's crazy.
That was a really, really good run. And the crowd's responding. They're hyped.
They want it.
Here we go.
This is a 10-year-old girl.
Oh my word.
Doing a trick that...
Yeah, I'm never doing that. If you offer me a huge amount of cash to do that trick, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, that was a brilliant run. That's a real technical trick. See, that's the thing with Sky. She's got the transition skills to cope with the corners and go fast, but she can do a lot of very hard technical tricks as well.
Absolutely, that's the thing in the bowl. You might see a really high scoring run and there's no flipping of the board whatsoever. But then there's the people that can flip their board, and that is just big points.
I mean, and even something like that just shows you how confident she is. Like, most people would have just not even tried to land that. She's like, I probably can still do this.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen her do that trick before, but I guess...
Ben, she did that trick 2 years ago at a competition called NAS that's held in Bath and West Showground, and beat me.
Oh, right, okay. Well, what, when she was 8?
When she was 8.
Well, I mean, look, 308, that's a great score.
I mean...
She's got to be happy with that. 10 years old. Crazy.
There's so much to come. It's just so unbelievable, you know, for the women and the girls scene, and just for everybody that is into skateboarding. It's phenomenal.
It's really an inspirational thing. I know a few people that have skateboard shops, and they've said they've had young women coming in and buying boards and specifically referencing Sky, because she's been on the BBC a bit recently, and there's been a bit of buzz about her after the Team GB announcement.
That's it.
I mean, she's a viable role model for younger women to get into skateboarding.
It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome, because they're just she's given everybody something to look up to and believe it's absolutely possible.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, a lot of skateboarding is the belief that you can do something, and once it seems possible, it kind of is possible. Well, until you get to like a decrepit age like me, where it might seem possible, but it's definitely not possible.
The body says it's not possible.
Yeah, that's it. The mind says no, the body says no. So that's Helena Long chatting there, probably saying something amusing. She usually does. As I said, she is a talented musician as well. She's got 2 separate lives going on that complement each other. Yeah, Sky's happy there. I mean, and who wouldn't be? I'd be happy with that run.
Yeah, I'd be stoked. And they all will be, you know. They're all friends. They all support each other, and that's the beauty of skateboarding, really.
I mean, you can speak probably better on this than me, Lucy, but I guess because historically the ranks of the female skate community were kind of smaller until recently, everyone is friends with everybody else. Everyone does know, like, especially in the contest circuit.
That's right. Yeah, we go about, we see each other at different events in different international, different countries, and it's just so cool to see each other and skate with the people that you want to try and be like, and it's amazing.
And you know, as we were saying before, it's really important that there's a focus on somebody of Sky's age, because you know, skateboarding needs new generations all the time. You know, the more young kids we have, the more facilities open, the more the infrastructure's strengthened.
Well, actually, we've got a couple of young girls as well that are looked up to Sky, and they are progressing, like the likes of Lola Tambling. She went out to Vertitat this weekend, actually, in Sweden, and took part in that competition, which is why we're not seeing her here today. She actually made it to the final of that event.
Oh, amazing.
So, yeah, I mean, it's
well,
great
now,
to
she's
see.
like 9, I think.
Yeah, I think she's 10 or 11 in that, yeah.
I mean, it was a rare thing in my day, you know, when I was young, which is longer ago than I care to remember. There were very few female skateboarders. It just wasn't something that, I don't know why, whether, I mean, I'm sure there's a multitude of reasons, but it's fantastic to see that it's almost come full circle, because in the 70s, the original era of skateboarding, there was no gender division. Everyone did it, women did it, men did it. And as we say, you know, people with the skill level and the attitude, really, and the just general niceness of Sky, it can only help to introduce more young women into skateboarding.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna just allow them to see
Well, there we got the
hang
results. So
on.
we got Sky Brown qualifying in first.
Taking
first, rather. Amy Ram in second. Rebecca Davies third. Amy Brady fourth. And Helena Long in fifth. Not much space between the bottom three, though. It's only really Sky's.
It's very close, but yeah, so Sky Brown is the UK champion.
Fantastic.
In the women's part.
Well deserved. I mean, everything we were just saying, that just cements it, doesn't it, by winning the women's part division at the UK champs. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people out there, you know, male and female, watching that. They're going to be inspired. You know, if a 10-year-old woman can do that, then what's stopping you from coming and learning? There's skate parks everywhere in this country.
There are, and you know, especially for women and girls.
Okay, so there's going to be a slight break, I think, now whilst the judges go off, and we set up the men's park event. So everyone watching out there, you'll be able to see some people ripping around, warming up for the men's event. We're going to have some replays from the women's park, which you just watched. And I guess you don't have to listen to myself and Lucy chat on too much. You can probably amuse yourselves.
Absolutely, we'll be back shortly. So we're back. We're talking about Sky Brown being the UK champion and that run that she just put together to win this title.
There we go. As we said, not much difference in scores between the sort of bottom three, but Sky's way ahead there, and I think that's a combination of using all of the bowl, technical skating. Like, I mean, it's obvious even to the layperson that she really went for it there.
Yeah, having those extra big moves like the 540, the kickflip rock fakie.
That big frontside air she pulled as well in her first run.
There it is, spinning 540 degrees.
I mean, another thing that we've mentioned before when we were watching the amount her front trucks moving, she has her trucks really, really loose. So this is, you know, that's something that's favoured by very, very confident, talented skaters, because it gives you the ability to turn quicker. But, you know, you're spinning 540 and landing on trucks that loose, you've got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, because otherwise you're just going to slip out or wobble, get speed wobble.
I mean, you think some of the other competitors that we saw sliding out, I mean, she's pumping just as fast and she's flying into the air, but she's obviously, perhaps it's a consequence of being so small, you know, she's dealing with the slippiness a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh, it's a shame she missed that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I really want to see that.
I don't even think we'll see something like that in the men's final today.
So those were some of the replays from Sky Brown's winning run. So she has taken the Park title, first place at the UK National Skateboarding Champs here in Manchester. We've still got warm-up is still going on for men's Park, and we've got an array of very talented skaters set up for this one, Lucy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are missing one of both of our favourite skaters.
We've had a withdrawal from Jordan Thackeray. He was really suffering all weekend. He's come down with some really nasty cold flu type, and he just, you know, he came yesterday. He got out of the van and he tried to pull it together. He stayed on and he qualified to get to today, but unfortunately he's not had a good night's sleep. So
I mean, it seems like it might be doing the rounds, because Little Diggs English as well has come down with something today. And we were speaking to his mother in the cafe before. He's so gutted. He's asleep on the back seat of his mum's car.
He can hardly pick himself up off the seats. Yeah, so he's withdrawing too. But
now we got Saul Crumlish and George Poole there.
Yeah, this is George Poole. He did really well yesterday, qualified in second place to get into this men's Park final.
He's an all-rounder too at ATV.
That's right, he's also in the street. Well, we think he's going to be in the street final. He was in the street semis this morning. We're waiting for those results.
I've seen George skating in contests since he was very young. I remember one time contest in Copenhagen, he slammed and dislocated his shoulder and then tried to carry on skating with his shoulder hanging out of its socket.
I mean, that's just crazy, isn't
he was probably 14 at the time. Couldn't understand why his arm wouldn't work, and I had to stop him.
Couldn't understand why he couldn't grab his board.
That's it. Shout out to Michelle and Pat Callahan watching the live feed. Apparently I'm sounding very Mancunian, which is odd because I'm not from Manchester, but you try to blend in, don't you?
Hey.
Oh, here we go.
Scouse.
Other side of the M62. It's fair enough.
Here's
So we got, in place of Jordan Thackeray, we were just talking about, is Chris Bailey. Next up, second skater, we've got Aiken Hendricks, whose father Lucian was a pro skateboarder. He's here too. I've seen him upstairs. He used to have a pro board on Dogtown skateboards in the 80s. Fantastic skater. Then we got the big un from Wigan, Rick Fields. Loves a pie, loves to hurt himself. He's an exciting skateboarder. Then we got Rio O'Byrne, Jed Cullen, Socks, Scotland Saul Crumlish, and Alex Halford. And then Georgia, we were just talking about, Lucy. Matt Beer.
First place qualifier yesterday was Matthew Beer.
One of my favourites is Matt. I spoke to him in the car park earlier. He's got a bit of a suntan. So he's been on holiday. No, mate, been building a house on a cliff. He's a proper grafter, is Matt Beer.
Nice one, Matt.
And there is another skater called Derek Beer from where he's from. They're not related. I guess it must be a Devon surname. It's quite a good name, though, Matt Beer.
It is a good name.
But yeah, as Lucy said, he is fantastic at skateboarding.
Yesterday, he was literally... he was the fastest person in the bowl, and I think because of that he was just able to do trick, and he was grinding for miles along this coping.
He's another one who skates. Whoa, 1 foot off, that was crazy.
Exactly.
Mats can skate vert too, so they go a lot faster when they're skating a bowl because they're used to skating huge transitions.
Absolutely, they're used to that pump and that push. And
I mean, I think he's come to this instead of going to vert attack, which he usually does. So props to him, but it's a treat for us and the viewing audience out there.
It is, and that just shows like this is an important competition for these guys. Like they want to be the UK champion.
Indeed, and who wouldn't? That's Rick Fields there, the big one from Wigan.
Rick was amazing yesterday. He also did the street semi-finals this morning. We'll see
he
if he made
it.
it. But he did a big transfer, which is very much like what he'll do in the bowl today. Big airs, really long nose grinds, one of his staple moves.
He's known, Rick, as a sort of do or die approach to skateboarding.
So this is Chris Bailey. He is in instead of Jordan Thackeray. So he's going to be stoked.
Yeah, he looks pretty hyped, doesn't he?
He's come down from Scotland. He placed in the Scottish Championships, so he earned his place that way.
So we got Ali from Skateboard Scotland here as well.
Absolutely.
Shout out to him. Oh, back disaster revert.
He's working this deep end.
Always smiling, Chris. Whoa, the Gandhi sandal, as it's known. The 1 foot off hang up.
Getting fun.
A David Div Adams special. Oh, yes.
Pulling it back into fakie. That's backwards.
What we got? Oh, little
Coming
cab
out.
onto the thing, rolling in, going to disaster, just giving himself that much more chance of a hang up. Whoa, river dance.
We love that. It's working the shallow end now. Oh, that's that one Amy Ram kept coming off.
That's the one.
This
is a really good run, eh, Lucy? Oh, the Lottie disaster revert. Yeah, Chris is going to be hyped on this.
He is, because yesterday he came off in both of his runs and he was just saying to me, I know I could have stayed on and got into that final, so that he is going to be made up. Yeah,
he's buzzing, look at that.
And now we're going to see something special from him in the second run, I think, because he's got that under his belt.
He's got the point, so he can go nuts.
Look at all the guys, they're so happy for him.
There's a lot of obscure, mind you, he has a very obscure trick bag, Chris.
So good on a mini ramp.
Yeah. I mean, where so much he doesn't really go like high, he's not like an aerial skater, a lot of tricky, as I said, river dance, he's all over the coping.
This one.
Yeah, that was sick, wasn't it?
Spinning
Again, not that
in.
many people other than him and Helena have utilised that sort of animal chin inspired platform extra there.
There's that.
Yeah, that's a fantastic trick. Sort of should look stinking, but it looked amazing.
He stuck that.
Yeah, he did.
Wow, it's a 300.
Yeah, that's a good score when you consider that Sky was only slightly over that. That shows you how good of a run Chris Bailey just put in. Okay, so next. Okay, next up we have the young Hendricks, Lucian Hendricks' son, Akin. God, beautiful backside air with his foot flapping all over the place. I've seen this kid rip the House of Vans apart in London. And that bowl is hard to skate.
He's got to be the youngest in this final.
Oh, for sure. Alley-oop body jar, frontside stalefish. That was a trademarked trick of his father's.
Was it?
Yeah. So they had a vert ramp in their back garden until fairly recently. So this lad and his brother have basically grown up around skateboarding.
Yeah. Oh, he just got a wobble on that fakie.
This has been a really good run so far.
He's worked that deep section, but we do need to see him go in the shallow.
Yeah, we do. Maybe get some technical points. I'm not sure how old he is. I think he's... Oh, that was a really good frontside boneless.
Yeah, just getting that last trick in just to show him.
That was a sick run. See, look, there you go. The power of youth. He's not out of breath. He's buzzing, as he should be. That was a really good opening run.
Getting the seal of approval from MC Mark Churchill.
So as we said, his father Lucian was a pro skater too, again known for transition skating, primarily vert, Crystal Palace local back in the 80s, really good style. We're not 100% sure if it's pronounced Akin or how I pronounced it, or Akin, so probably going to use both because then that means one of them's right, so I'll apologise. Look at that. That was proper.
That was powerful.
A lot of people slog a frontside boneless, but that was boosted.
Yeah, boosted right out the coping. He was happy with that. Right through that corner too.
Yeah, this is warming up to be a pretty heavy
men's park final.
Indeed. So next up, that's a good score. Not quite as good as Chris Bailey's, but I guess he fell quite a lot, didn't he?
And he didn't, as I was trying to say, he didn't use the bowl.
That's true.
All of the areas of the bowl. We didn't see any fast carving. We didn't see anything down here in the shallow.
Kind of half-piped it a bit, didn't he?
So I think in his next run, he needs to kind of push it round a bit more, get some more tricks in.
Here we go, personal fame of both of mine and Lucy's. The big un from Wigan, Rick Fields. That's with 2 Ks.
Rick just wants to go fast.
Yeah. He'll slam, he'll take all his skin off, he's not bothered. He's carving switch.
Yes. There over the hip.
He's got a beautiful ollie on him.
See, this is using all of the bowl.
It's exactly what you were saying, Lucy, hitting every corner of it. Big old melon to fakie.
Oh, coming off. He'll pick this back up and get straight back in.
Funny enough, I just was about to say I feel like Bill Danforth on Seven Sport, which was a contest televised in the 80s that Lucian, Aiken's father, was actually in. That's for you, Andy Evans. No, he didn't, but it just made me realise how old I am.
So Rick was just going for a massive transfer there, but
he throws caution to the window, doesn't he? He just, as you said, he wants to go fast.
Yeah, this bowl almost holds him back.
Yeah, it's too small. He can't cage the beast.
Yeah, he was stoked with that though.
He's got his aerodynamic beard on today as well. He was talking about that earlier on. He waxed it a little bit for extra speed. Sometimes I have no idea how Rick stays on things. So he'll hang up, he's all over the place, and somehow he comes out of it faster than he went into it.
Yeah.
Look at him laughing, sliding across the flat bottom there. That's a shame.
Yeah, because it was a boosted melon.
Yeah, that was big. I think maybe he was going for like gap to nose slide perhaps there, or we'll see more from Rick though. He's always keen. As Lucy said, he's already smashed it in the street or park semis earlier on. Got a bit of everything. Been over in Australia for a year, so he's used that sunshine to his advantage, as you can't see on that non-existent tan there.
And a 271. It's quite a good score.
Yeah. Again, probably scored higher for using the whole bowl, as you said, Lucy.
Yeah, so if he didn't come off on that melon, maybe got 2 or 3 more tricks in, we would have seen plus
over
300.
300, yeah, for sure.
Wow, this kid's amazing. Rio O'Byrne.
Yeah, another kid who can skate vert. I say kid, he's a young man now, but very much at home on transitions. Look at him flowing. Frontside ollie truck bash, lean to tail, back disaster Reeves sliding out.
That's a shame. I mean, we saw faultless runs from Rio yesterday, but look at that, getting back on, straight back in.
That's the way to do it, right? Don't lose your momentum.
Absolutely. Act like it never happened.
Yeah.
Turbo, straight back into that massive transfer.
Mayday grind. Oh, chucking his foot off.
Just because he can.
Yeah. Blunt slide, beautiful.
Every go yesterday we saw that.
That was a really, really good run. Especially considering he fell off, it didn't stop him at all.
Still did twice the amount of tricks as others might do in that amount of time.
I think it seems like he's as shocked as everyone else there.
Yesterday, Benny did a transfer that I've never seen anyone do here at Graystone, and he went from the bowl up onto the massive rolling behind. You can see it in this angle.
All right, yeah.
Out from that corner up onto the huge ramp behind. Damn. It was massive.
That's it though, like we keep saying, you know, that some of these guys that skate vert as well, they've got so much control at speed. It's not as intimidating to them as it is to people perhaps less accustomed to big transitions. What an exit.
What a dismount.
Yeah, dismount. Exit strategy was perfect there, wasn't it?
It was smug.
Yeah, nicely smug. To be fair, I'd be smug though if I could do that.
I'd be smug with those airs.
Yeah, that was I'm definitely interested to see if we get over 300 for this one. I'd be surprised if we didn't, but then we're not judging, you know.
There are the judges. We can see them in that angle. We've got Joe Habgood, Sid from 50/50, Dave Morgan,
and then
head judge Daniel Cates.
Yeah, judged a lot of contests.
9-9.
Oh, 1 point off. So we were kind of on point with what we were expecting there.
That's a good score, like we said. Without that bail, that's definitely plus 300.
Yeah.
So I think what we're seeing, what it's telling us, that the judges really want to see those faultless runs.
Yeah, and they want to see both ends of the bowl hit up as well, I think, the deep
You've
end
got to
is
stay
shallow.
on.
Okay, Jed Cullen. This dude is a beast.
He's been a mini ramp champion in the past.
He's
UK
had more knee
champ.
surgeries than God knows what. He's just unstoppable.
Oh, no,
obviously
not
kiss
be
of
happy
death
with
in
that.
there, didn't we? But the front blunt is a trademark trick for Jed, so. But he'll get straight back in. Look at that.
He'll just ollie into the bow off the top.
Yeah, Mosher drops straight in. Oh, feeble 270.
I don't think he meant that.
Never sure with Jed. He's so spontaneous. Oh, beautiful.
Kickflip fakie, as we said, flipping the board is technical.
Oh, there's
my God.
the blunt flip.
That was the trick we were watching Sky Brown try.
Yeah.
Jed just did a beautiful
That was a good
version
run.
of that.
Despite the early fall, that was a really good run full of a lot of
Two
hard
flip
trips.
tricks.
Great moustache as well.
Beautiful moustache. He thinks his nose is so important he has to underline it.
Oh, look at that.
Sleep at the wheel.
Yeah. As you said, he's an all-round ripper, but he rips transition. He's always been mini ramp champ for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
He is quite literally a beast.
There's
I think
that flip fakie.
The Magnum PI moustache definitely helps as well. Look at that, beautiful. Yes, Jed. Another one, see, shows that you can fall and you can recover quick. You can make it through and still put together a strong run.
There he is, there's the man. He's breathing a bit heavy.
Now he's really conscious that the camera's in his face. He was all into it until he realised, oh yeah, I'm on TV.
He's hoping that scores plus 300.
Oh, there we go, 302, yeah. I think
So,
that's well deserved.
Those flip tricks.
That's it. Mixing it up again, you know, like a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Which is what we saw in the women's division as well. Like, you kind of have to have something for all aspects of the bowl, really.
So, if Jed manages to get maybe an air in the deep end or something big, then yeah, he's definitely up there in that top few.
I think that's probably the second highest score we've seen so far in the men's.
Do you know this next rider?
Socks, yeah.
Oh,
he's either from America and Wales or he's from space. I'm never sure. He's not really called Socks either, but that's what we all know him as.
right,
everyone loves this guy.
In for a treat. This is the skater's favourite. He's a skater's skater.
So if you want spontaneity, here it is on legs.
Straight into the front side, lip side, through the corner. Air. He wasn't even sure if his foot was on.
All over the place. Truck's so loose you can barely stand on his board. Oh,
I
the
love
classic.
that. Now his board's the wrong way around. What's he going to do?
I mean, you can see what we're saying about how loose his trucks is when he's pumping there. He's all over the place.
Which is making it harder for him to stay on.
Yeah.
We saw that yesterday a little bit.
Socks' approach to skateboarding is very kind of free form. Just whatever happens, that'll do. I'll just run with it. Oh,
I
rolling
will
reaver.
turn into the bowl.
So scary. I don't even know what that was, but he probably doesn't either. And knowing Socks, he's probably slept in a bush the night before. He's the
putting an
eternal
air
nomad.
down.
Everyone loves him.
The crowd loved that.
Just pure entertainment. Always smiling.
He was really happy with that. Oh, this is Jed.
Back
See
to
these?
Jed. But we're all good. We'll see that again. Why not? Just bang him on it. That was like a how-to on how to do that trick. Here we go. This is Socks. All over the place.
Straight into this front lip round the corner.
But that's his style, you see. That's the diversity of skateboarding, Lucy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone has a different approach. They might be
No
doing
one does
exactly
that.
the same trick, but it looks different every time. Yeah, that's a really treacherous manoeuvre to
Here
do.
he is. He is happy.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Mum.
As we say, he's either from Wales or space. We're not entirely sure.
Could be Peter Andre's brother.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good-looking dude, isn't he? He's got the outline beard as well that he's running pretty hard there. But as I say, he's the eternal nomad.
286.
Well, a couple of falls in there, though. That's fair enough.
Yep.
I mean, he won't mind. He's here for the experience, you know.
Yeah. He loves the competition. He goes around Europe. He goes around the world.
Yep. He's here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
So this next rider up, this is Saul Crumlish, another rider from Scotland.
Yep.
Again, like quite a young skater. I think Saul's probably like 16, 17 now, but very mature way of skateboarding.
Yeah.
They've got a very, very strong skateboard scene in Scotland.
Really good bowls up there, really good concrete transitions. So Saul's not afraid of the deep end. We'll definitely see some big airs.
And he'll probably approach it a lot faster than some of the other skaters because he's grown up skating concrete. Oh, just hanging up.
Oh. He's going to get back in though.
It is actually Crumlish, by the way. I'll just point that out. It says Crimlish, but never mind.
He won't mind.
Oh, look at that. That was a really good backside air.
There's the front side air.
Back tail. Really light on his feet. Oh, that
Hurricane.
That was so good. That was a good run. There was a lot of hard tricks in there. A couple of falls, but as we say, he went a lot faster. He knows how to wear glasses with style as well. And I mean, he's dressed to impress with that fluorescent green t-shirt.
Yeah, yesterday actually Benny took a really nasty slam on the street course. He bailed out of something and he actually hit the side of his head, but his glasses pinged off. So that's what you can see. He's got a plaster in the corner there.
Right,
there he is on the frame. But he's all right. He was all right after that. He chilled out yesterday. He had a rest. Obviously back today. And
as we said, very confident, mature way of skating for a younger skater.
Can't believe that hang up. Just grabbing the hat before it dipped into the bowl.
In many ways, Scotland is like the Pacific Northwest of America insofar it has a lot of epically scaled concrete parks, and it breeds up this kind of talent.
Yeah, the likes of Stu Graham.
Div Adam, Colin Adam, his brother, Ben Layden. All-terrain rippers who just fall. Oh, 316, that's a good score.
Yeah.
And well-deserved.
Definitely. I mean, he qualified in fourth yesterday, and I think he did a better run yesterday, so he's got more in the bag.
Very modest, though. Didn't show any signs of, check me out or anything.
No, I think he was thinking, I fell, so...
Oh, next up, we've got somebody who recently released footage of doing a loop-the-loop in a full pipe without the use of a ramp. Alex Halford is magic.
Yeah, he is one of the funded skateboarders via UK Sports Aspiration Fund.
And
he is really looking to try and qualify for Tokyo.
Oh my word, that was incredible. Alex again is very spontaneous when he skates because he can basically do every trick.
He should not have landed that, but he is so good.
Look at that, just making it up as he goes along. Oh, this run is ridiculous.
This is mad. His feet are barely hanging on to some of these tricks, but he's so good, he doesn't really need his feet to stay on.
That was amazing.
He is stoked on that.
I mean, surely that's going to get a very, very nice score.
I would hazard a guess of that being our highest scoring run
so far.
He's really, really made up about that, and the crowd were loving that. We're going to see some replays of Halford in a minute. That's Saul, remember, on that back tail.
Yeah, toe control on the sugarcane there. Here we go, this is Alex Halford. Look at that, 360 air.
Oh yeah.
So much control, so loose but so in control. Such a delight to watch him skate. Again, somebody else who grew up skating vert, so has the confidence that skating huge transitions can give you.
Yeah, this is like a baby ramp in comparison to some of the stuff that he's used to riding.
As we said, if you go and search for him on Instagram, you will see the clip that we've discussed. He did a loop-the-loop in a real full pipe on the street without a ramp to give him the speed. And I think he's the first person on earth to do that, and he just did it for a laugh because he can.
I mean, we did just see there, Ben, 347 points.
Oh, damn. So, yeah, a clear leader so far then in men's street.
Absolutely, but this
men's park, rather.
George Paul. This was our second place qualifier from yesterday, and George knows how to stay on.
Yep. Good all-terrain skater, contest veteran, even though he's young, he knows how to... not to play the judges, but he knows how to do it.
Yeah, he actually lives in Hossegor, but he travels all over Europe. Back nose bump reaver, this is a good run. Again, Lucy, as you said, mixing it up, both ends of the bowl. Yeah, he's going to push back now so he can get something big in here. Like a big backside air, that's what he needed. Working up for something here.
Frontside ollie from the hip into the deep. Oh, going for back nose blunt in the deep end.
That is a textbook George Paul move.
Yeah.
Back nose blunt.
He's going to struggle with time here.
I think he's out.
Oh, that was good though.
That was good. I think he would like to get more in the deep. But
yeah, second run, I think he'll probably concentrate on that.
He got him what he needed to, and I think he'll be happy with that.
Started off strong though. That was a cheeky little manoeuvre. So to anyone that's just tuning in, this is the men park final of the UK Skateboarding Championships 2019. We had the female park before. This is the men's park. If you keep watching, there'll be highlights. Obviously, this is happening as we speak.
Yes, we're live at Graystone Sport Academy.
A fantastic skate park up here in unusually sunny Manchester. Well, Salford, I suppose, technically, but...
We've just seen 9 of the male park finalists ride. George Paul with a 326, so that's the second highest scoring run we've seen.
That's a good score. He'll be stoked on that. I think he was probably expecting a lower score because he's got very high standards for himself. But next up, we got the Mr. Beer, who you told me was killing it yesterday, right?
Yeah. I mean, Matt's pretty short, but don't even underestimate the power that this guy has.
Get ready, because he's very good and he is very, very consistent. And he goes, another one, grew up skating vert, he goes really fast and he's really confident on transition.
Using all the corners. When some people might not want to grind through the corner because it's slightly different to the flat wall, Matt doesn't care.
No, look at this. He's him and Alex Halford have skated it differently from everyone else.
Yeah.
Andy Evans wanted the misnomer of Madonna to tail. There it was, Andy. It's actually just a Madonna, but...
He knew he was going wrong, but he corrected
others
it.
would have fallen off. He just turned it back in and carried on.
Still got 5 seconds to go.
My word, this is ridiculous, this run. Yes,
there's
Matthew
the
Beer.
360 like Alex Halford.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to determine between him and Alex.
I would not want to be a judge down there.
That was fantastic. Well, he didn't let us down because we hyped him up, and normally when you do that, they fall off straight away.
No, not the likes of Matt Beer.
He came through.
Big boneless throughout the corner. Just popping over that hip. Back into the deep. It's a joke on the backside boneless. Look at him throwing the shapes.
Yeah, really doing all of his tricks proper. Like, no...
Apart from that one.
Half stepping. Yeah, apart from the 50-50 there. Yeah, I think we got a strong contender there for maybe the highest. I think it's going to be between him and Alex Halford. There they are together. Alex's shiny head bouncing, light bouncing off it. 358.
That is the top score.
Yeah, and rightly so.
Yes, that is the top score. Few points up on Halford, so anything could happen. These second runs are going to be tough.
That's it. I mean, you want to put Alex Halford in a position where he has to go off more than he does normally.
I mean, comp Alex.
Yeah.
It's something else.
So that's run number 1 for men's part final. So we'll go back to the top, I imagine, when everyone's ready. We'll have Chris Bailey, who had a really strong first run.
Yeah, put a solid run down. Will we see him mix it up?
Yeah, I mean, maybe some airs or something, because he's the lip trick king. But knowing him, he definitely hasn't exhausted his river dance trick bag.
No, and yesterday we kept seeing him do big sow to disaster.
Yeah.
I want to see one of them again.
He's got the fakey 3 shove to switch blunt as well. I've seen him do that before. Oh, bandy legs grandad on that Smith grind there. Oh, cheeky.
Yes, Chris.
So his first run was a 300. There, oh, look at that.
Yes,
I said
Chris.
about the fakey 3 shove manoeuvres.
Oh, he's just come off. But
he's got
flipping the
time
board.
though. Yeah, straight back into blunt.
Doing a trick to get back in.
That's it. Oh,
that's
that
a Chris
was fantastic.
special. Just using up the last bit of time. He is really stoked on that.
Yeah, just playing around there. That was sick. No comply, like pressure flip thing.
There's the judges giving him props. Shred Skatepark.
That's it. Giving Matt Beer a little hug. See, it's all love on the platform.
Yeah, they just want to see, they just want to see each other do well, and they just want to see the best skating.
That's it. I mean, contests are important, but they're competing against themselves as much as they are against each other. There's no sort of nastiness or anything like that. Everyone's hyped when somebody good does a good trick. That fakey 360 shove it, pivot, grab it in. There's
Brilliant.
a lot going on there. He's got his safety ponytail on just in case he slams. There's Joe Abgood there. Look, arguing about something on the scoring, no doubt. No, thumbs up, everything's fine.
Thumbs up. Scores coming in.
304, so just slightly above the first run. Again, justified, I think.
Yep. And that's really a solid 2 scores there. That's what we want to be seeing.
That's it.
Yep, shout out Skateboard England's UK Championships.
Putting this event together, bringing the comp scene back to life. Okay, we got Hendricks the younger, Aiken Hendricks dropping in for his second run. Big frontside air straight off the bat.
Carving up the corners.
Oh, lovely stale fish. There it is.
That's a Madonna.
Very consistent, Lucy. 1 foot frontside air. That's a rare one.
Oh,
That's
I
a
love
Rob Mertz
that.
special. Grind revert.
These are lots of different tricks to his last run, Ben.
He has.
Oh, no, that
onto
was
his
a
face
hang
there.
up.
Hopefully he's all right. I think he took that one straight to the
Oh, look at his board. Looks like D-Lam
face.
too.
No, he's good,
There's
I think.
Lucian.
There we go. That's Lucian, his dad.
Just checking he's all right. He's good. That was a great run.
Yeah, it was. A lot of tricks, a lot of airs, linking it all together.
Just getting him checked out.
Probably more injured pride than anything else, I think, there.
Yeah.
He's all good.
He
Yeah,
didn't
there's
wanna
his dad
hang
just
up.
checking him out. He's
Yeah, he's giving him the fist bumps.
chilling. Oh,
I'm
he
good,
feels
Dad. I'm good. Did I do good, Dad? Yeah.
I mean, that's another thing, that's skateboarding's growing up period. We've now got professional
Dads.
skateboarders whose kids are killing it and probably on their way to follow a similar trajectory. Well, that was actually a little bit worse than I thought. That was straight to the flat on his face.
Kind of missed all of the ramp there.
He took it, though. Took it like a trooper.
And that's sometimes those slams we've seen people slip out, but sometimes they are just awful, aren't they, Ben? I mean,
there's nothing worse than a hang-up when
Yeah.
you're not expecting it. Be
hardest game in
interested
the
to
world.
see what he gets score-wise for that one. Ah, same. 2 identically scored runs.
Wow. That is nice scores.
Okay, we've got someone watching the stream there.
Look at
Hopefully you're enjoying it.
Hey,
We're trying our best to keep you edified and entertained at the same time while spouting utter rubbish. Okay, the big un from Wigan.
Rip Fields is in. Cruising this switch. Oh no, he's
Lucky.
missed that trick that he got so simply last
Usually
time.
a fail-safe from the old Fakey Smith.
And the backside Smith missing that too.
Oh, I think he probably said some naughty words to himself under his breath there that we
Yeah,
won't
let's
repeat.
hope he recovers this.
Go on, Rick. Beautiful. Frontside melon or lean air if you're old. Frontside lean, whatever. Oh, there it was. So he was going to rock slide
Yeah.
Fakey with that transfer.
I think we actually saw that yesterday. Yeah, he treated
He loves
us to
doing
that.
those tricks where he's just asking to hurt himself, doesn't
Yeah.
he? Good
Oh,
lad
well
is
done,
Rick.
Rick.
He's probably a bit gutted there, but you know, perhaps he had a few too many adult beverages last night. He was looking like he was struggling a little bit earlier on.
Well, and Benny's done both competitions, so
True,
he has
true.
skated. He's
All
been out
day.
here
Yeah.
since Friday, skating the street, the bowl, the best
Yeah.
trick.
He's got a manual job too. He works very hard, Rick, so he'll have been working all week, straight into a weekend of carn. You see the dust come up there from the... That's probably coming off his
Oh, he nearly
work
made
kegs.
that. So he's just talking there with Chris Bailey, talking about their scores, talking about their tricks. Oh, 244, so not as good as his last run, but solid score for Rick.
Yeah, well deserved, you know. Perhaps what he missed in like amounts of tricks he made up for with speed, and he's just exciting to watch. So we are here today at Graystone Action Sports Facility in Manchester. Got a bit of everything here. A new park and a perfect place to hold a Skateboard England's UK National Skateboard Championships.
I'm here with Ben Powell.
Hello, and I'm here with Lucy Adams.
Hiya.
And this is Rio O'Byrne. Look at his praying mantis arms when he locks into a grind. Such a good style.
He is boosting through the corners and he just pushes everything to the extra little bit.
Oh, look at that.
Like he didn't need to go that high
No.
into that trick, but he can.
So he did. I think he's probably going to increase his scoring from run number 1. This looks like a really strong run so far.
Oh, there's the alley-oop over the hip.
Hopefully not kiss a death him by saying that. No, he's staying on. Oh, a lot of truck
Come
mashing
on,
going on. I like that
Rio.
trick. Oh, Mayday grind, shove to Fakey. That was a great
And
run,
another
Rio.
classic dismount.
It was, yeah. White hooded top, slide down the ramp. That's what I was saying before about white clothing. I know it's lit, as the children say, but perhaps it's not that sensible.
No. But I think that's an improvement on
Yeah,
last
yeah,
run.
that's
I
got to
hope
be a
that's an
plus
improvement.
300, I think.
Big ups from Saul.
Big eyebrows up from as little Alex Halford raised his eyebrow in either consternation or congratulation. I'm not sure which. Joking, it was in congratulation.
There you go.
That was a great trick, wasn't it? That?
Oh,
Like a Ollie Pogo rock, but to feeble.
boom. And take it back in.
That's a couple of, again, some obscure tricks in there.
Yeah,
And
just-
finishing it off with a slide down the transition on his back. I enjoyed that. That was a good run to watch.
Yeah, I really like that. That, I wasn't expecting that. Just a cheeky shove it out of the well, what you thought was going to be a Mayday grind. Yes.
305. Yeah, well deserved. That was definitely a stronger run than his first one.
So, the guy that flipped his board the most so far is up next.
Yep, Jed Cullen.
Previous UK mini ramp champ.
Yeah, indeed, I'd forgotten about that. Always does well in contests, can skate everything. But I suppose if we had to pick his chosen discipline, it's transition really, isn't it?
Absolutely. And this is better already. He's staying on, he's in the deep. There's a big blunt fakie. There's
so composed on those blunt variations.
Blunt.
Front blunt. A 302 already, so I think he's probably heading towards...
he's going to do that huge ollie in again.
There it is. Making that look like nothing, which it most certainly isn't. It's definitely something. Again, see, somebody who's used to dealing with a fall and a comp on there, rolled straight back in so he maintains his speed. Oh, lucky
just
Jed.
missing that blunt kickflip out. But that was... all those tricks he did in the shallow end last time, pushed him up into the deep end.
Yeah.
Massive ollie in there. Straight into that carve around the corner, but maybe he was going
unlucky on that one.
Bit too fast maybe for that grind. He was
it might have been that. He's tickling it with his feet.
Just having a laugh with Rick.
306.
Yes.
Yeah. So around the same kind of score, but he'll be stoked on that. So shielding his face from the camera there.
I thought it was the judges.
You're probably both, yeah. I mean, you've got to shield your face when you're walking near the likes of them, haven't you?
So, skater.
Yeah. The Nomad.
This is Socks.
Real name, Owen. I've forgotten his surname.
Owen Wheatstone?
Something like that. Owen begins with a W. But
from Wales?
Yeah. Is it Owen? Yeah, probably.
Welsh contingent.
I think he's born in America, raised in Wales, lives in space. Here we go. Socks coming in for his second run. Who knows what's going to happen?
Ollieing in.
Look at that.
Oh, he hits it to disaster.
Sweeper disaster. Just so dangerous. Big frontside ollie over the hip. Love the way his arms move around when he skates.
It's just so hectic, but it looks so good.
It's weird too because he's such a mellow person, but the way he skates is so like the opposite kind of how he is as a person.
Even in the flats, he's pumping, he's getting his body ready, his feet ready.
Trying to get maximum speed at all times, hitting all the curves.
Stalefish, just losing it.
His safety at stayed on though.
I mean, that was on the buzzer, so that was a...
yeah, that was a really good run.
Really faultless run there. Just until that last slam. Look at him.
Having a good time, like always.
God, that took it out of him. So we saw that ollie in to start, that sweeper, and bang!
Yeah, taking like what's in some ways a simple trick and making it potentially a lot more dangerous because you might as well. Always on a hype.
So we saw a lot there. We saw airs, we saw lip tricks, we saw slides, grinds.
Used a lot of the bowl, hit up pretty much every corner of it. Again, a very like unique approach and a unique set of tricks. But that's what Socks always brings.
There he is.
294, yeah, so
Yeah.
better the score on the first one.
Whoa!
Hey!
Yeah, he's happy.
Okay, you've got second run for the young man from Scotland, Saul Crumlish. Got a really good score on his first run. Skates faster than everyone else. Uses more of the ball than everyone else. It's the Scottish way.
He's popped out, he's gone up there.
Yes, look at that. Very, very different approach to ripping this bowl.
And completely different run
Ollie
to
nose
last
grind, tail grab.
Coming into some airs now.
Oh, just
that's
stepping off
the
that eggplant.
first one of those we've seen.
Yeah, there's not been much in the way of inverts so far, has there? We had one in the women's.
Sky Brown.
Yeah, Sky Brown. Oh, that's a rare one. Couple of falls there, but he got a solid score in his first run.
Yeah.
So
He's not going to better that score, but
I think he's every chance of placing, depending on what happens with the rest. We've got 3 skaters left after Saul. Man, that t-shirt burning my eyes.
there was that.
It looked like he was going to hang up, so he took evasive action rather than hanging up.
Yeah, he didn't want another slam like yesterday. But that's an interesting move, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a rare one. That's like a real sort of street ledge move. Don't often see people do that on transition. We got Matt Beer and Saul Crumlish chatting there.
So that score came in. It wasn't as high as his first place score, first run score. So, yeah, but
he acquitted himself well, though. That first run was sick.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot to come from Saul in the future. I mean, as you said, still a young rider.
Here we go, the wizard. As I said, go and check out that full pipe footage of Alex Halford. It is literally bonkers. Straight in fast plant into a big backside air. Nobody puts lines together like this dude.
See him. He's using it all. I know he wanted to transfer in
he was
then.
gonna. That was what he was going for, right? Big ollie the fakie. Always wears a shirt too. He's a well-dressed gentleman.
Or a waistcoat.
Yeah, true. He's not afraid to rock the Timothy Claypole, which is a reference to a kids' TV show that's probably going to be lost on anyone under the age of 40.
Huge air there.
Yeah.
He wants something big here. I think it's going to be a 5.
Oh, he's going for a 540. Proper McTwist attempts. Yes, Alex, that was banging.
Oh, good on him for trying it. That was incredible. What a great run. You can see there he's chatting to the judges. They were absolutely hyped on that. Right, let's have a look at some of this in the replay. There's that huge air to fakie. No grab.
Kind of feet all over the place, but still bringing it in perfectly. Alex is one of the most exciting skaters to watch in real life. Look at that crossbone lean air, like tweaking it against the direction of travel.
Wow. Oh,
He's disappointed there.
he wants it.
Sounds like he might be trying it out there.
It looks like the crowd want it. So we're waiting for his score.
It's got to be high though, right, Lucy?
I think he
that
had a
was
347
That's right.
in run 1.
Or maybe he's going to go for this McTwist. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the crowd want him to have it, but... Remember, these guys have skated a weekend. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so it's just slightly below his first run. But again, strong score there.
Absolutely, so that still leaves Matt Beer with the highest place scoring run.
Unlucky.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to wait on that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's skateboarding, isn't it? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. We want to see our next rider in here. It's George Paul. We said before, we think George maybe do a few more airs this time.
Yeah, would make sense, wouldn't it? He did a lot of technical tricks in the first. But, I mean, he's capable of everything. He can do it all.
Yeah, so using the lip.
Big frontside ollie transfer.
Oh, no!
It was really floaty going that back nose bump, wasn't it?
He really wanted that. Put it in his run early this time. He was confident he was going to make it.
We're going to see it, though, I think. Oh, unlucky.
Oh, poor George.
They used to call that gelling in the 80s, and you can't remember when it all goes, kind of one thing goes wrong and then everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
But he's got nothing to be gutted about. His first run was banging.
It was. He skated so hard all weekend.
Yeah, in the best trick too, was smashing it last night, right on the rail.
Oh, nollie
He's going to do
backside
it
flip
anyway.
back lip.
Yeah, he told me he'd never done that down a rail before.
It was incredible.
Whoa!
Oh my God, we nearly
As you do,
saw
I'll just sling a
another
540
attempt.
That was a good run. When he fell off a lot, it's not as good as his first one, but there was still some banging tricks in that.
Right at the start, we had the back tail, the back crail.
Yeah, and that big frontside ollie that kind of put him in that position with the back nose blunt. Just seemed to catch on the coping a bit there. Everyone out there, hope you're enjoying it. All of our friends who are tuning in and everybody else who's watching the UK National Skateboard Championships. This is just a taster. If you don't skate and you're watching this and you're like, oh, this looks like a laugh, take it from me, it is. It's really good fun. Doesn't matter how good you are, everyone's welcome. We're lucky these days that there are skate parks pretty much everywhere across the UK, so there'll be somewhere within reasonable travelling distance that you can go and learn and meet a bunch of other skaters. Oh, it looks like there's some kind of 540 off going on.
It does
in the deep
look like
end.
that. These guys want to see this trick. The crowd want to see
that
one
was
put down
close.
today. But we have got one final rider to do their last run, and that is Matthew Beer.
Absolutely smashed it in his first run.
He is in the lead.
I'm a big fan of this guy. Does so many tricks. Skates, makes it look effortless.
This is basically a victory run, Ben.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. But he won't chill. I bet you he'll still go off.
He wants to show you what he's got.
Oh, tweaked
And
air
it's one
to
of
Bob
those.
Fakey. Oh, overextended backside boneless. Yeah, no chilling.
Oh, that bonus we saw last time.
But straight back in again. Look, running straight
It's like
back
he never
in.
fell off.
Yeah. No loss of speed, no loss of momentum or rhythm.
I think he kicked the 1 foot on that.
That was... can't believe he stayed on that back disaster.
I think that looks to you guys like he went wrong, and he did, but to us that's crazy the
Yeah.
way he stays on.
If that was either of us, we would have ate it.
We're all at it. It's 540 madness out there.
Yeah, that was a really good run. Perhaps not as strong as his first run, but really, really good. Matt Beer's a sick skateboarder.
Absolutely killed it. Look at the
that.
shapes on that. Just setting up for something here. Oh, look at the moves.
Stalls it just enough. Doesn't go to sleep on the old boneless. Oh, I missed that.
Oh,
the
it was a
backside
no
comply disaster.
That's why the foot came off.
Did it so quickly. We didn't see it the first time
We couldn't see
round.
it from that angle.
That was a really, really, really good run.
That was just an amazing competition. That was some of the best bowl skating we've seen in the UK.
Look, everyone's happy, everyone's smiling.
Judges are getting their final score. That's a 337, so his best was 358. Wow. Huge scores in men's park. See those final results coming up. Look, the crowd are waiting, packing in for what's up next, Ben.
We got the women's street finals coming up next, and there's first place qualifier in the street, Erin Yago, talking to Matt Beer. First place qualifier in the park. We're just waiting on getting the results, but we kind of got a good idea. Someone's going to do a 540.
I think so.
Oh, he does them different, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really
Again,
pushes
as we
it
said
out.
before, like everyone can do the same trick, but
There it is.
okay, there we go. Matthew Beer takes first place in men's park.
Second place, Alex Hallford.
Not much between them, like a clear win, but quite close.
Absolutely.
And then in third place, George Poole.
Fourth place, Saul Crumlish.
In fifth, Jed Cullen.
Sixth, the young Rio O'Byrne.
And seventh, Chris Bailey from Scotland.
And eighth, the skaters' favourite, Socks.
Yep, fantastic.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Oh, of course, we got in ninth. We got Aiken Hendricks,
And 10, your man, Rick Fields.
the Pie Master.
God, they're still going in on those 540s.
So there'll be a little bit of a break between this and Women's Street, so we're going to leave you to enjoy the silence and watch the action. We'll be back very soon.